Okay, I don't have fully description what to say, but this is gonna be a little bit more different video what I'm usually doing. Hello YouTube, my name is LuckyMias205 and I'm here to talk about the information about the Hourglass and the end game results by the rare itself. And of course the hackers. And what comes with the information about the hackers, or should I say, do this again. I'm so frustrated about how far the challenges at this hourglass commentations have become now that the hackers are dominating the mode itself, despite all the efforts the Rare is doing their best to reduce the hackers in the huge amount they can, according to rumors. However, this is just one clip. Me facing a hacker that is teleporting and dropping kegs and all that jazz, and aimbotting from the distance that should be impossible in the long run. And the second of all, since the hackers are dominating the PvP, the Hourglass, the war is the Sea of Thieves. There's a huge problematic problem I just noticed, is that do the results build up how many wins the hackers are doing to the opposite faction? If you talk to the bard person over here, you ask him how does go the battle, and of course he says the Reapers, that's who. And then he goes something like balance weight equal against each other and all that small things. Sorry, that is my own Discord right now. I don't know why. This time of hour, almost 11 of the night. But he says at the first thing, Reapers are leading. Then the rest of it is like, everything is equally balanced against each other. Please go again. Then you talk to the hammer guy in the Reaper's hideout. You asked about the battle. Of course, I had to ask help from my friend to get here. How is the battle going? Aid for bringing fortune and calamity in equal measures. It's hard to say. Because this hammer and his anvil friend, that makes no sense. I had to read the text a couple more times. Which side is winning in this so-called war mode? Well, there's a great example of one guy who interviewed the Reapers about their point of view, and they are claiming the Reapers are winning. Well, I went in the Reaper's hideout and looked in the results. There is no full-fledged nailed stone hit results about, is this actually the end game mode, or is it actually something like side mode for those who wants to fight in any way possibility? Well, speaking about the fight, that is basically now almost impossible because hackers are using tricks and unfair methods to win the fights, and those who fight fair and share, something like that. In-game mechanics not outside mechanics, to win the fight, is actually really something like warning out yourself, because they are using the methods that regular players have no against them. The hackers are using. This is one of the fights that I kinda struggled, but however I fought as hard as I could, and I actually liked it despite the end result. And that is the great fight, although it kind of went long. However, yesterday, if I remember correctly, or was it 2 days ago? I don't remember. I was fighting with my friend with duo sloop, and my friend was boarding them, and he claimed that he saw a third person there, like a hacker. And now I'm talking about it. I could remember seeing just two black suited persons, not the skeleton premium silhouette thingy, walking around and aimbotting and killing you in an impossible window hole, so to say. So yesterday fight could have been a great win for me if that skeleton guy in a third party in that hourglass fight didn't intervene. It should have been an interesting fight to the end if we didn't get a hacker boarding our ship and finishing the job that they could not. It is actually shameful, because today's interesting question is Flameheart winning this war by hackers? Think about it, those who likes to win the Servants of the Flame, Flameheart and all that jazz. Reapers are winning by hacking? Bringing the king to the seas thanks to the hackers. That is mentally or psychologically or something like that not fair fight, because the results were boosted by outside programs that was not meant to be in the game, or allow it. Aimbotting, warping, kegs from the sky, and speed swimming in an hourglass. If these results actually matters, and Flameheart the Reapers wins thanks to the hackers, that is actually a shame thing. Same goes for the Guardians. Now that the Ghost Curse and the Skeleton Curse. Of course, the Ghost Curse is something like you get the blessing, but however, in Ghost Curse, you can change your locks, although you are just a ghost. But in Skeleton, you need to fight. You need to fight to get more cosmetics in Skeleton, so of course I could suggest, I could speculate why there is so much Reapers in the Hourglass compared to the Athenas. Because recently, well, I did reduce my Hourglass momentum just to take some break after getting some heavily brutally destroyed by hackers. It's sometimes frustrating, but if you're lucky that you get just a normal player in a fight, you have a great fight in your lifetime and learning experience about that fight. Speaking about the cosmetics, I was doing off-screen grinding something called Ghost Compass and the Ghost Lord. These are just the few examples of the Guardian's full set, because you see, if you use the right ball to any ship, you get the Guardian hat. If you kill, just do math, 15 Ashen Lords 5 times, you get the clock, pocket watch, and if you complete 20, the skeleton forts, you get the Ghost Compass in a Guardian style. But however, if those are PvE cosmetics. And speaking about PvE, it's a constant battle in the seas, in the lands, and forts, skeleton lords, ashen lords, and that is actually something like you need to bring the glory to your wins. And speaking of my misclick, sorry about that, the background video, those things happens when I'm trying to think and use OBS same time manually, because editing not my side. That aside, cosmetics. When thinking about cosmetics, you need to deliver 50 Reaper flags to the mysterious man in the tavern. That same man that lets you in the Legends hideout. However, you need to have Hourglass on. The ghostly waves in your bow. Once you have the Hourglass on to the Guardians for the Pirate Lord, you have to sell the flags to the mysterious stranger to get the cosmetics that requires PvP. And speaking of the ship sets, and sinking the Reaper ships representing the servants of the flame is the most annoying thing to do nowadays. Now the hackers are dominating and cheaters dominating the Hourglass, because good luck if you are casual random player like me who just wants to play the game, collecting stuff, showing off. I worked hard to get that. But no, there has to be some outside forces to ruin your grind harder, to make your grind harder. So good luck with that. Also, I have to say, Guardian Ghost sales, the easiest sales to get, because just activate the Guardian Hourglass and do the Gunpowder Voyage, Black Powder Voyage. Easiest voyage to do. Actually worth it, because Legendary Voyage, every voyage you buy from the pirate legend statue is counted as a legendary voyage. So after I did the legendary black powder voyage, I got the sails. But what about the rest of the ship set? Well, as I told you, thanks to the hackers and the outside forces, third parties in the hourglass intervening your fights really makes you grind more harder. Also, the TDM players who just uses no matter what side they pick up, if they only want TDM, doesn't matter which hourglass they activated. There's a problem there. This is for TDMers because I respect you guys, but if you could actually talk a bit more, it will actually make the moment more fun. But can you also please raise the Reaper flag and also representing the Servant of the Flame, so the Guardians can get cosmetics from this mode that is almost impossible nowadays after hard fights. So I respect those boys. I am not DDM myself, but it is fun to some extent once you learn their vibes. However, now that I'm speaking 16 minutes, 17 minutes now, babbling negatively and how frustrating it is to grind these cosmetics that I don't think did rare developers even think about it, how hard this will get. Now that the mode is in this state and season 9 still goes on God knows how long. But now I want to end this video in the way that I want to also remind you that those who follow my channel, I also do in a side is the World of Warships. World of Warships is the hold on, the words it's the simulator game. What the hell? Yeah. It's the game where you can play historical ships made in reality. Also the blueprint ships that doesn't exist, but you can also try to play with them. World of Warships is a game that where you are doing PvP constantly, or you are doing PvE modes where you like do convoy missions or doing missions that requires teamwork for the mission to be completed. Also there will be ranked battles and brawls and clan battles and all that, and co-ops exist. Co-op is something like players versus AI. Easier enemies but less experience. And my second is also mobile game called Azure Lane. Azure Lane is the game where you can where say historical ships, also blueprint ships, combined in the anime, and they are performing called the Kansen. Kansen is a type of ship girl that has his past history printed in their hull. Also they are human, so they have human emotions, and they are build it by fighting against the forces that are trying to conquer the seas and bringing war to that world where the Azure Lane is. Also, there is a second faction called Crimson Axis that is something like World War II enemies. But now that how far this story has gone, we can almost see the... I'm not gonna spoil that, but Azure Lane is the game where you can actually meet the historical ships, blueprint ships, fight the enemies that are not from that world. They are outside of that world. Also, the backstory is also getting interesting the more and more this story goes on. I'm about to do the documentary video about that sooner or later. Hopefully before this end of the year. That's a different topic. Also, some random games here and there that also picks my mind, what are part of my personal likes. But now that we have reached 21 minutes in this video, I want to say that whatever the Bard and the Hammer guy are telling you is not probably 100% guaranteed, because PvP on demand Hourglass is something like PvP players to enjoy themselves a good fight. But that good fight is ruined by those who are using outside methods to win the fights and ruining the ruining the fun of the fighters, so to say. And the cosmetics is so stupidly designed to get. Like, you can't get the Guardian set like until after the blessing. That is really annoying to get. But now that we are going to reach end of this conversation, I want to thank you all listening my babbling this far, because there are some things that makes no sense sometimes in this game, like the lack of information. Although it's just the mode, it's just the game mode, but we are talking about Rare here. Who knows what plans they have? But just to end this speculation, let's just say it's a game mode. It's just a game mode that is meant to be for PvPers. To enjoy the good fight. And have good games vibes, good fight vibes. No cheaters whatsoever. Just to bring the good fight back. But after all, I'm gonna end this video right now here. Thank you so much for watching. And whatever the plans do the Rare have to the Hourglass, I have no idea. But we have reached speculations, theories. Now for this video, I'm gonna do off-screen grinding, also other game videos from now on, after the hard grind of the Hourglass and the Guardians too. Thank you so much for watching, and good night and take care, and I see you in the next video that is somewhere in the future.